Well, it is that special time of the year where everyone starts as equals. Far back in the distance, memories of last season, positions and points tallies on the last day, that's all now irrelevant. It is all about the ultimate prize that lies a long way ahead. That buoyant feeling is here. New start, fresh hope. Get the season off to a flyer. The fans are believing. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. Everybody waiting to get the season underway. Everybody... Oh, shooting chance! And out to safety. Brandt. He could be in here. Leeds have become a beacon of stability in the crazy world of football. Rare longevity for this manager. He's had a go! And he heaves it forward. Leeds have it back and they can go again. Brandt. He just whacks it away. Now that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Keeper's got good distance on that. Cuts it out. Hoists it forward. Brighton are playing with a pleasing width here.
Especially that front line.
Is it working for you?
It's not movement for the sake of it, and yes, it is working for me. There's a purpose to create space.
Keeper sends it forward. Brandt tries to get it forward quickly. Brandt gets it, and now what? Away from immediate danger. Oh, great ball! Good take, and he's had a look. Veltman gets it away. Veltman to play it forward. Grujic. Big chance!
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Leeds get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Timely intervention. Brandt. Oh, that had to be more accurate. Joel Veltman. Veltman drives it forward. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. And it's played forward. And it'll be the final action of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well. There's good movement off the ball. The passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Leeds come off having scored the only goal of the game so far. It's been tight, it's been exciting, and there is certainly plenty for us to chew on during the break. And the game has already resumed here. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Well, no question as to who's winning the battle in midfield at the moment. Some very impressive pressing in place here.
Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Played in with accuracy. Well, that's where he wants it. Someone looks like he's in need of protection here.
Well, he's a source of potential trouble, so tight marking just has to be done.
Now a chance to break. Oh, good ball. Gross. He's gone for it! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Gross really must have felt he had the measure of the keeper then, but how wrong he was. That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Just has to be done.
Brandt. Leading as we head into the last quarter of the game. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Well read, he sorted that out. Gets good distance on it. That's an untidy challenge, free kick given. Forward it goes. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Is there a chance? Oh, should have been the equaliser.
I can't hide away from how important that was. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job.
Has a pop! And the lead stays intact, just.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
Brandt! Good offside that time.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out. Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Leeds need to hold on for a few more moments. And he's made sure that that won't get through. Tries to get it forward quickly. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. He's gone for it! He's pulled off a fine save.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. They won, job done. lovely, lovely day. Absolutely glorious weather here as we welcome you to a football match of considerable significance, great consequence in this part of the world. They've been talking about this one for a while and they have rolled up to it in fantastic numbers. You should have seen the roads outside the ground in the hour or two leading up to it. It has been bumper to bumper, the traffic has been extraordinary, but the level of expectation... He's had a go! Oh, that was no routine save.
The keeper really dug out his defence then, a magnificent effort.
And that's been levered clear. Leeds made a good start to their campaign, a win on Brandt! Emerson goes looking. With Ziyech. Great run on the overlap here. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Throw in. Loftus-Cheek.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
Going for goal! They're guilty of lacking inventiveness here. It's all broken down. Hudson-Odoi. He's got it, and he's got time. Oh, great Loftus-Cheek! And it's Hulk. And here's Ben Arthur. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Ziyech. Maybe goalless, but it is not without interest.
Yeah, those longer balls forward are definitely having more of an impact, something that should have been resorted to before now.
Real chance! Ben Arthur tried to play it through.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Plays it over to the other flank. Christensen. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Score not really a true reflection of what's been a pretty open game. Timely intervention. Thiago Silva. Kante to play it forward. And the first half is done. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. So your views on the first half?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
Leeds head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, it's Werner! Well, that's what the top players do. The ability to seize the initiative at crucial times in the game. And now this second half has a completely different outlook.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
I just thought that was going to hit the outside of the post for a moment there, but it just curled enough to catch the inside for a very good strike.
Chelsea draw first blood here.
Well, listen, a few words of advice and encouragement from the manager.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Ziyech.
Werner really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And it's Hulk. Brandt. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Leeds have it back and they can go again. A fine save!
Ben Arfa sparked a tremendous stop there, and I think it's fair to add, he just wasn't expecting.
In for a header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Thiago Silva. Forward it goes. Oh, good interception. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. Hudson-Odoi. Back into the middle. Hudson-Odoi. Just deflected over the goal line for a corner.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Great strength, too strong for his opponent.
This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
That's the through ball. He's had a Hudson-Odoi! Oh, and that should have been two.
Hudson-Odoi was totally aware of how that chance could have impacted on the game, and that should have gone in.
And it's Hulk. And here's Ben Arfa. Hulk. Gets into some space. Hulk. Chance to shoot! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
In with a header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Werner. He gets past his man. Away from immediate danger. And that will be the final act. Well, that is not the outcome they were after. Leeds starting then their new European campaign here this evening. It seems such a short time ago that we were celebrating the end of the previous competition, but that is life at the top end of European football, and indeed the mood here is one of great anticipation and excitement. We are ready to go again. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. So, are we ready for another edition of this tournament? I think we are.
Well, when it comes to major European trophies, Peter, this is one of those eagerly awaited days on the footballing calendar. I think changes to the format have increased interest levels, and the emphasis on victories is more pronounced now, and hopefully these two will go at it accordingly and we can enjoy this.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Well, this is so often referred to as Europe's other competition, but I tell you what, winning it does take some doing.
It does, and it's one of the many topics that came up in the pre-game press conference last night. It's good that this is a team that's seriously looking to go and win this.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, I mean, they'll have to bring in, I think, one or two more people, I think, to cope with the increased amount of games, though.
This must be so frustrating for their fans to see. It was almost possession for the sake of possession, meaningless in the end. Across the field it goes. Brought forward. What does he try from here? Is there... has a pop! It's broken loose! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, the run was really impressive. The finish was depressive, and expectations were not met.
Strong punch. Still goalless. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. An absolute gem of a cross. It made the header simple.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Leeds are trailing here with the first half almost done. He's making a real surge on the left. Beautifully done. There are a few waiting for it. They get a throw in. It's a brilliant interception. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And it's Oriana. Look at the defender bombing forward. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. There's the end of the first half. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, it hasn't exactly got the plan so far, but there's no need to panic. There's still plenty of time to get back into this. As always, an early goal would help swing things back in their favour.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Orellana, great leap! That's a half-decent try.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Cuts it out. It's good progress he's made on the ball. Where to next? Oh, that's neat. Can he deliver? Shoot, has a hit! That's caused a worry or two.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Leeds have been hit early in the second half of recent games. They're looking to correct that fault now.
Well, they would seem to be trying to expose the centre of that defence to runners.
Makes for some terrific movement.
It does, and they may be hit on the break because obviously it requires numbers forward to stretch them out.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Brandt. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Tries to get it forward quickly. Brandt. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, they may be down, but they're far from out. In terms of chances, they're right up there with these opponents.
Plays it out to the flank. Oh, really good feet from him. Battles to win it back. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? Brandt.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Leeds are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Oh, what's he giving here? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. So a chance here, what can they make? Another chance! Brandt. Shapes to shoot! What a rocket! That is special! A finish right from the top draw. Dying minutes, and we're all square again. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
So all square with almost no time remaining. Look at, he's had a shot! Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Final seconds, this has to be it. And there goes the final whistle. Not ideal, but not the worst start at all. It's an opening day draw. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I don't think they'll be too upset about that. 1 point is okay, and steering clear of an opening loss keeps the mood in the dressing room upbeat.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is terrific to have you along for our live coverage of this eagerly awaited contest. It should provide some terrific entertainment on what is turning into a rather imperfect afternoon. The weathermen rarely get it wrong, and they have warned us that there is rain on its way. Shouldn't be bad enough in any sense meaningfully to impact on the game of football, but it is a factor to be taken into consideration. Plenty of up, has a pop! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Cleared away. Has a hit! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
The keeper really dug out his defence then, a magnificent effort.
Is it out of harm's way? Mitrovic brings the ball forward. Leeds have made a 50-50 start, 3 points after 2 games. Anything that caught your eye?
Yeah, I mean, they've shown some good patches in games, but they need to
get a bit of consistency, to be reliable week on week.
Yeah, go along with that. They're strong and competitive, they've made a decent start, and they can kick on from here, there's no doubt about that.
Mawson plays it forward. So it is still 0-0. Brian tries to get it forward quickly. Looking to Lookman! Oh, great save, real class.
Lookman sparked a tremendous stop there, and I think it's fair to add, he just wasn't expecting it.
And that's sprayed out wide. That's great strength on the ball. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. He wasn't very far from making something happen by himself. Lovely to see. Plays it out to the flank. Rafa Silva. And it's Silva. 15 minutes till half-time. He's got options out wide. Away from immediate danger. Keeper has beaten it away. Nicely controlled. Brandt. He's in! And he's there to hoof it away. And it's Silva. Rafa Silva. Brandt! Oh, that's a fine save!
Brandt is very sporting here to acknowledge the quality of the save. A lovely little footballing moment.
Dante gets it back. Brandt. chance! He's had a goal! Goal! Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal.
The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
Leeds. And there's the end of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football. It still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A really decent game up to now.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with their first half performance and the scoreline. They'll definitely want to maintain their momentum now and finish the job.
Leeds, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And we are already promptly back underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Fulham were quick to defend their manager in the wake of criticisms levelled at him in recent days.
I think it was quite fair, the criticism he received. He was blind to an obvious problem, and he was far too slow in reacting to it. He was never going to get away with that.
Shot, hits one! And they've been caught out here. Danger averted for now. Lookman. Quarter of an hour into the second half. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Brandt. And it's Silva. Oh, that is lovely footwork. And here's Rafa Silva. Turns and goes back. And the shot! Back of the net! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
He's made it two, and no doubt he's hungry for more. Leeds get themselves a two-goal cushion.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning two into three.
Rafa Silva. Brandt. Good ball, it's found its target. And he just whacks it away. Rafa Silva. Played out to the right. Oh, nice touch. Leeds still 2-0 up and looking now to see it through. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Dante. Brandt. Good challenge, he just stood firm. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Plays it over to the other flank. And that's that. So they have their win, they had all the answers to whatever the opposition threw at them, and the results followed inevitably. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen? Well, hello and welcome to what amounts to football heaven. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this. The conditions are utopian. The sky is blue and the players are with us for a football match so widely and keenly anticipated. Truly, this is pristine, and the level of expectation and excitement is reflected in the smiling faces of the crowd. They know it means so much, and they also experience between them a great sense of privilege at being able to attend this most special of games. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. Well, a quick look at the opposition, and results really have not been good for them at all just recently. They haven't won at all in the last three.
Testing times lie ahead, Peter. The problem is that it's hard to draw on any positive at the moment, even though they'll claim that they're not quite getting the breaks just now. Lady Luck has seemingly turned her back on them and shunned their calls for help. If they have...
Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he heaves it forward. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Leeds have picked up 6 points from the first 9 available, 2 wins in 3, Jim. That's a pretty good start, isn't it?
Yeah, they'll be very confident, I think, about their chances here because of that start, Peter. I think things have obviously started to click, and they can really now start to plough on.
Leeds yet to have a shot on target. Now surely! Played out to the right. Time to deliver. How about a shot? And that's been levered clear. Dashing forward at pace. Pretty robust, but it's got the job done. Rafa Silva. Has a hit! Cleared away. There are a few waiting for it. Rafa Silva opts to play it back. Has a pop! Oh, the ball's come loose! Good challenge, he just stood firm. Good idea, just poorly executed.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Lerma. Gaston Ramirez. Mepham. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, and still goalless. Some first half thoughts?
Well, Peter, apart from the lack of goals, I really don't think there's much to criticise. I think they've got to keep doing what they've been doing, and eventually they should find a way to the back of the net. Here's hoping for them.
After 45 minutes, he's had a shot! He's missed, but not by that far.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Just brushed off the ball there. Out to the left it goes. He's got away. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Could be a chance here. It's Silva! He has done it! The second half sparked straight into life. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Oh, the contact was fantastic, right on the bootlaces, and it packed a lot of venom for what was a really potent strike.
Leeds take the lead.
Well, listen, a few words of advice and encouragement from the manager during the break can often straighten things out, and it's paid off here.
Brooks. Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
And the through ball is intercepted. And it's Gaston Ramirez. Rafa Silva with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Leeds are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. They've played it short.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Spot on, Peter.
Dante. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. And a header! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Repelled by the keeper. It's a throw. Time is ebbing away, but it feels like an eternity when you're holding on to a slender lead. Benatia. Just a few more moments for them to hang on. It has got through to him. Brandt.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
De Silvestri. Solanke is onto it and can take it up. Ball's gone out of play. Bournemouth can make their change now with a break in play.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Bournemouth cannot afford for this to peter out. There just isn't. And there goes the final whistle. Leeds, hold on. It's a narrow squeak, bit of luck, some judgment. 1-0 the score at the final whistle.
Well, this game looked to have 0-0 written all over it, but credit to them, they upped their game in the end, and I thought they got what they deserved.
Well, thanks for your company, Jim, and a very good day too. Well, a very warm welcome to you on this most pleasantly clear evening. Conditions absolutely beautiful. Perfect for the beautiful game. Temperatures are kind as well. No doubt playing a hand in high attendance levels as well as an elevated level of anticipation here. Surely this is the hot ticket going around in this neck of the woods. It surely must be. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And it's played forward. Leeds are seeing a lot of the ball early on, but can they make it tell?
Well, the fact that we haven't had an attempt on goal is becoming an embarrassing reflection on these teams.
Oh, and a shot! Keeper has beaten it away. He's got options out wide. Bellarabi. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Well, they are working very hard to get it wide now, Jim.
Yeah, I think they've decided to concentrate on working the flanks to help the production line. It's where the room is.
Leeds picked up all 3 points from their previous game. The win, however narrow, really important. Oh, it's Bellarabi. "30 minutes gone. Allen. Quick ball forward. Keane looks to get on the end of this. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. And it's Bellarabi.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Allen. Goes direct to the front line. Keane plays it out to the flank. Corner then. Inyard with the short one. He's had a... goes for goal! Shapes to shoot! First 45 minutes are up. So another team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. 0-0 then, and we're back underway. Everton have come to the defence of their manager after he came in for some stick regarding some of his decision-making.
I think it was quite fair, the criticism he received. He was blind to an obvious problem, and he was far too slow in reacting to it. He was never going to get away with that.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, it's Bellarabi. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Bellarabi. Gorgeous control there. Dashing forward at pace, and he's going long. Calvert-Lewin. Ball's loose, who's getting there? It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
It's on a plate. He's had a shot! Has a shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Tries his luck! Oh, that was extravagant by any standards.
Well, it was certainly an acrobatic effort. I mean, it was probably the best option for him, but they're never easy to pull off.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Decent looking ball. Timely intervention.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
That's good. Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise. Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Brandt.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. And stalemate. One, if not for fans, then perhaps for coaches, satisfied by organisation and solidity. Well, hello and welcome to everyone settling in for this game. Liftoff wasn't quite achieved as they had envisaged on day one, but 1 point is better than nothing. It was met with a mixed reception, but it's certainly given them something to build upon. Much now hangs on what they can achieve in the second game. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. It has not been the ideal start, but plenty of time still to make up ground.
Well, Peter, the groups aren't really going to take shape until, say, the fourth or fifth games. But equally, they don't want to allow themselves to be left in a position to go chasing points too hard at the end of the group. So this calls for a pragmatic approach and picking up as much as you can now to at least ease the psychological pressure later on.
Well, as you can see, we've already started here.
Brandt really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Keeper sends it forward. Dinks one in. Cut out in the nick of time.
Well, each team knows that they're still well below standard, and it's a question of which can find a way out.
Brandt.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Going through. Battles to win it back. Brandt.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel. Well, they would seem to be trying to expose the centre of that defence to runners.
It makes for some terrific movement.
It does, and they may be hit on the break because obviously it requires numbers forward to stretch them out.
Brandt. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. And that's been won straight back. Brandt. Brandt cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Referee's given a throw. Finds himself eased off the ball. And the half-time whistle goes. So both sides have drawn blanks. Have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Reflections on the first half?
It's been a pretty abject performance. No efforts at goal. I'm struggling to remember the last time we had that.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And we're already back underway here.
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should. Shot a goal!
A real chance and a real let-off.
Look, it was achievable, Peter, but it needed his best.
Leeds keep the ball, but can't do anything meaningful with it. Brandt. Cleared without complication. And it's Silva. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defences, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection.
Has a hit! Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Rafa Silva. Brandt. Jamaili. Just about up to 75 minutes. Out to the left it goes. And it's Jamaili.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Brandt.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. The final 5 minutes. And it's Silva. Good challenge, he just stood firm.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Oh, they can break here. Here's the through ball. Here it is now, surely! Goes for goal! Back of the net!
Listen, I've experienced that both for and against, and you won't have to guess which one I preferred.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning breakaway.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that favour.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most of...
And that's that. Leeds hold on. It's a narrow squeak, bit of luck, some judgment. 1-0 the score at the final whistle. Well, hello and welcome to what amounts to football heaven. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this. The conditions are utopian. The sky is blue and the players are with us for a football match so widely and keenly anticipated. Truly, this is pristine, and the level of expectation and excitement is reflected in the smiling faces of the crowd They know it means so much, and they also experience between them a great sense of privilege at being able to attend this most special of games. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. And as you can see, we've already started here. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. And here's Rafa Silva. And it's Ben Arfa. Has a pop! He's delivered all right! The breakthrough strike! Well, you've got to say the odds on him missing from there were very slim.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
Leeds take the lead, 1-0.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Grujic. Leeds are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Cleared without complication. Wolverhampton, whose manager came in for a bit of flack after their previous result.
I think it was quite fair, the criticism he received. He was blind to an obvious problem, and he was far too slow in reacting to it. He was never going to get away with that.
Oh, good take in a good area. Seems now to be all about width.
Well, when you have the personnel to create in wide areas, then they need to see as much of the ball as possible.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Leeds have been susceptible to late first-half goals over recent weeks, so determined not to concede this time. Brandt. Leeds are in control here on the brink of half-time. Grujic. Hardly anything between the sides, and the score is 1-0. Danger averted for now. Ben Arfa. Grujic. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And the whistle goes for half-time. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, that certainly pleased the fans, and the players are definitely happy with that scoreline. The question is now, can they protect it?
Leeds come off having scored the only goal of the game so far. It's been tight, it's been exciting, and there is certainly plenty for us to chew on during the break. And we are already promptly back underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Ben Arfa. Leeds boast a very impressive defensive record of late. Brandt gets into some space. Time for a change in personnel. Ben Arfa. Being still separated by the game's only goal. And it's Ben Arfa. Donka with a good steal, well played. Cutrone gets into a thing. Cutrone has given away a free kick. Ben Arfa. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Ben Arfa. Oh, that's a waste. It's a throw in. Wolverhampton have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Donka. João Moutinho spreads it towards the left. Rafa Silva has created one goal already. Brandt. Ben Arfa. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Leeds have themselves a chance from the spot. Gazzaniga will have to save it here or there's real trouble. He has missed it.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
Just brushed off the ball there. Oh, he's not going to get that. Well, that's where he wants it.
That's just very well played. He can't hurt you with his back to goal, and he didn't go for the back heel.
Rapidly approaching the end. Wolverhampton have scored in each of their last 5 games, but it doesn't look now as though they'll make it to 6. Leeds need to hold on for a few more moments. Ben Arfa. Grujic. Ben Arfa. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. 2 minutes to be added on. Donka. And that's that. What a game. End to end, it flew by, and in the end, it all came down to just the odd goal. Any reflections? Well, a very good evening to you as you join us for tonight's live game. Unfortunately, our weather forecast is somewhat less than promising. We're told to expect intermittent spells of heavy rain, which might very well impact on the quality of the football later. It'll certainly add a new dimension, especially for those players who like to keep hold of the ball. A few anxious faces hoping it will all somehow stay away, but I have to tell you that we are told is an extremely unlikely scenario. This place simply a monument to the game. So much prestige, so much pride, so much passion whenever football is played here. Tries a shot! Oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Grant. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Hoists it forward. And it's been taken straight back. Grant. And he's straight offside. Leeds are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. Diangana did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Brandt, that's a good ball to find him. He's gone for it. It's in! The breakthrough strike. He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
Peter, that was just a defensive act of generosity that was always going to have a painful ending.
Leeds have made their breakthrough, so can they build on it? Diangana. It's being played forward. It's Grant! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
Battles to win it back. Hardly anything between the sides, and the score is 1-0. And it's played forward. Brandt. Well, the score's only 1-0, but that doesn't take... And the finish! It's anyone's ball. Gets good distance on it. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Diangana tries to get it forward quickly. Fence has got rid of that. And that'll be the last act of the first half. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half. There has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Leeds happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And we're already back underway here. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Gray. Forward it goes. Oh, good interception. Plays it out to the flank. Brandt. Team still separated by the game's only goal. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Diangana gets it back. Brandt. Diangana steered forward. Onoma desperately wants to get on the end of this. Yeah, that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Played back in. Brandt gets up, goes for goal! In it goes! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike!
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
His second of the game, and an eye now for the hat-trick. Things starting to look very comfortable. Brings it forward. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Diangana concedes a free kick for that. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Hoists it forward. Can he find a finish now? Turns and goes back. Oh, shooting chance! Missed by a fraction. Tried to play it through.
Well, Peter, his body shape was a giveaway before he made the pass, and its obviousness was appreciated.
Great run on the overlap here. A scything tackle. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Leeds are through. They have the look of a team that fancies going all the way this time. Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Look, it's a first obstacle.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. We have already started here. Played back in. And it's Bellarabi. It has got through to him. Looking for a decent ball in. That's gone a long way up and away. It'll be a throw-in. Leeds are seeing a lot of the ball early on, but can they make it tell?
It can only get better, this. We haven't seen a shot yet, and I'm hoping that when we do, it'll spark a whole series of them because it needs livening up.
Meets it first time! Oh, just couldn't quite turn it in.
Now that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Knocks it away. Tajdemir. Tajdemir is on a run down the left wing.
Well, there's a lot of movement out wide now.
Yeah, you can certainly see that.
Well, I think it's a move to open the game up more, whether out wide or just getting a runner through the middle now.
They've played it short. Pumps it into the area. Tajdemir. Galatasaray have a free kick. Tajdemir. Is there any support? He might not need it.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Bellarabi. Bellarabi. And if anyone is going to break the deadlock, now would be a good time. Let down by a lack of accuracy. Tajdemir. Galatasaray getting a lot of touches here, but they're not making much progress. He's got through. Clears it out of harm's way. And that's been won straight back. Hoists it forward. Tajdemir. Receives it from behind. Away from immediate danger. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Would you review the first half?
Yeah, and despite the scoreline, it's clear who the better side is when it comes to chances. If this is the trend that's going to continue, then there's only going to be one winner here, and I don't think it's going to take too much improvement for it to happen.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And we're already back underway here.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second. For that to be the case, though, we'll need to see more energy and invention early on.
It's a loose ball. Tries to get it forward quickly. He's made sure that that won't get through. And it's played forward. Tashdemir. That's a throw. Back to the keeper and go again. Keeper sends it forward. Forward it goes. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Akbaba! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Akbaba brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
And it's Bellarabi. Could be a chance here. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Chance to shoot. Hits one! Oh, he's really drilled it.
I actually like to see that in shots at goal when there's a noticeable effort to get over the ball and keep it down.
Bellarabi, right through the middle. Now short, big chance! Oh, the ball's come loose! Cleared without complication.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And it's Bellarabi. Oh, good, goes for goal! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Gets it back.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
And they've been caught out here. Plays it into the box. Out of play for a goal kick. Oh, good interception. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Falcao spreads it towards the left. No mess. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. And stalemate. One, if not for fans, then perhaps for coaches, satisfied by organisation and solidity. Little cutting edge at either end, and it finishes 0-0. Well, hello and welcome along to everyone who's joining us for our live broadcast today. We are full steam ahead for this from the gantry, but we have to report to you first up that the match itself, whilst not jeopardised by the weather, certainly may have its dynamic affected by this torrential stair-rod rain which is upon us and which has appeared almost from nowhere in the hour or so up to kick-off. It could prove a considerable test for the officials and certainly for the players. Hits one! Rafa Silva. And he just whacks it away.
Well, they won't be deterred from trying again, Peter. They have the bit between their teeth now.
Strong hand by the keeper. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Up for the header. He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
It is deadlocked. Mondi. Battles to win it back. Rafa Silva. Leeds have a very fine defensive record over recent games. It's a loose ball. That's a goes for goal! He scored!
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Leeds take the lead, 1-0.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Foden. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Rafa Silva. Hardly anything between the sides. And the score is 1-0. Rafa Silva. And it's Sterling. Sterling. That intervention was very necessary. Dante can hoist it clear. In it comes. Ruben Dias. Dante does well there, alert. Brandt. Rafa Silva. There's the whistle for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football. It still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well. There's good movement off the ball. The passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Leeds come off having scored the only goal of the game so far. It's been tight, it's been exciting, and there is certainly plenty for us to chew on during the break. Already up and running for the second half.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
It's a foul there right on the edge of the box. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. This certainly looks appetising, and he's going to Rex. That is gorgeous! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And this is getting better and better. And he's produced a beauty. Leeds get themselves a two-goal cushion.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Gabriel, he's gone for it! Ball's out on the left now. Play for a throw. Back to the keeper and try something new. Brandt. Rafa Silva. Rafa Silva. This could shapes to shoot! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Cuts it out. Some clever work on the flank.
Yeah, they seem to be encouraging both fullbacks to ease inside, so we'll keep an eye on that to see if it all works out.
And here's Rafa Silva. Rafa Silva. Big chance! And the follow-up! Across the field it goes. De Bruyne. De Bruyne plays it forward. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. And it's Sterling. That's a brilliant interception. There really wasn't very much in that, not far away from being a telling final ball.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Rafa Silva. Oh, good ball. Rodri. Sterling. Mondi. Laporte. And that's it. Leeds will be very happy with a job well done. An efficient win, for which the players simply did enough. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, I have to admit, Peter, that I had this marked down as a draw at best, but they're